happened yesterday by Dulles Airport. A man got into a car accident on the highway and then stripped his clothes down and started assaulting people. Well, now we're learning more about the man and hearing from those who caught him on video. Evan Kusloff brings us the story.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It doesn't take long for you to hear the anxiety in this woman's voice. That's as she watched the bizarre scene unfold.
I just thought someone needed help.
Here she was today on a more peaceful drive. Her name is Manaz. When she first drove by, the man was in the back of the truck with no shirt on. There was an accident, so she pulled over to help.
He was just going crazy. He was like hitting his chest. He had a tie around his neck. He was trying to, tug it and break it. He just seemed really angry.
Now, a day later, we're learning what exactly happened. Police say the man's name is Jose Gonzalez Flores. We're told this all started when he got in a crash with two other vehicles. Police then say that Flores assaulted one of the other drivers. From there, things escalated. Take a listen to this audio we got from a program called Open MHZ. It's the voice of a police dispatcher.
One of the subjects now has no clothes on, and he is running against the guardrail and banging on other vehicles.
Terrified, Manaz was watching it all.
I got really scared when he took his clothes off, and then he started running around and acting crazy.
What is he doing?
She then saw something pretty unbelievable. Flores jumped on the back of another truck that was passing by, still naked, and rode it as it sped down the highway. The whole time, he was banging on that truck's back window. What went through your head when you first see this guy on the back of a moving truck?
I was so scared. I thought he was trying, I didn't know what he was capable of. Like, he just seemed so unpredictable. I was so scared.
No clothes and no underwear, nothing. You could see everything.
A Fort Myers man wanting to remain anonymous, shocked by what he saw running out of this Pine Manor home Tuesday morning. 20-year-old Rolshika Washington rushing through this white door, knife in hand, clothes left behind, chasing after her live-in boyfriend.
Did it surprise you to see a woman without clothes?
Oh yeah, to me, it would be unacceptable, because I think she will be embarrassed.
Lee County Sheriff's deputies responding after Washington and her boyfriend got into an argument over money and a cell phone. According to the arrest report, the couple's roommate told deputies she woke up hearing the two yelling. She says Washington got the knife from her room, running toward her boyfriend with it.
I saw them, he was in the top of her, like pushing her down, try to get a knife from her, and she's too strong.
The roommate ran outside to call 911 and asked the neighbor I interviewed for help. That's when the boyfriend followed, Washington chasing after him, still armed with a knife and naked. The neighbor heard Washington's screams.
Help me, help me, help me, help me. And I said, well, there's no way I could help you. You have to give me the knife first.
Deputies got a call about a woman recklessly driving north on Interstate 25 while throwing stuff out of her car. They say they tried to catch up with 51-year-old Barbara Arellano while they were pushing 100 miles an hour. According to the incident report, investigators say Arellano exited onto 599 and crashed into another car. Then, deputies say Arellano got out of the car naked and started running through oncoming traffic. All the while, they say she was waving her hands in the air and yelling Jehovah. When deputies caught up to her, the report says Arellano resisted arrest, but was taken to the ground, where they covered her with plastic tarp and cuffed her.
Stop.
Jehovah! Jehovah!
Stop. She slipped her cuff.
Jehovah! Jehovah! Jehovah!
Don't make me tase you.
They later asked why she didn't have any clothes on, and she said she was hot. According to the report, deputies say Arellano admitted to drinking and taking heroin and pills before driving. The report states she was spitting on deputies, so they put a spit mask over her head.
Jehovah! Jehovah God!
Man, put your legs down, please.
All right, James, thank you. We're working to learn more after authorities responded to the Florence Regional Airport following a report of an unauthorized woman on the property. The Florence County Sheriff's Office says it happened around noon yesterday. Deputies tell News 13 the woman wasn't wearing any clothes when she ran onto airport property. She then ran into the woods bordering the airport. A tracking team went after her. The woman was found a short time later. She went to the local hospital for evaluation.
But let's go to some video from earlier. Now, we're told a man crashed his car into a Carl's Jr., then got out of his car naked and ran over to the McDonald's, where deputies say that the man stabbed a customer.
Rural police arrested a naked man shortly after he burned himself dancing in a fire. Oh, it gets And it gets better. They say John Hennessy threatened officers with a large stick when they arrived at his home early Friday morning. He had been dancing around a fire, chanting while holding a knife. At one point, he stood in the fire. He was believed to be doing a summer solstice ritual.
And motorists driving along southbound I-95 near the Girard Avenue exit spotted a man walking along the shoulder of the road around noontime today. According to police, the man started throwing debris at cars. Eventually, officers did catch up with the man. They cuffed him, took him into custody immediately.
You're not going to believe this. It was all caught on camera. Local teacher caught with his pants down on a playground. That bizarre incident happened on a grade school campus.
And it unfolded right in front of the kids. KCAL 9's Tom Wade is live at Carthay Center Elementary with more on what happened, this bizarre incident. Tom.
Yeah, Elsa, it happened in the playground here just behind me. It's not clear how many kids saw this whole disturbing episode play out, but parents are very worried about the long-term damage. Cell phone video shows part of a disturbing episode where a man took off all of his clothes on the playground of Carthay Center Elementary School. The man in the video was teaching a PE class at the school when he began stripping naked in front of the children. Parents are understandably mortified.
He was supposed to be helping them learn, PE, run around and have fun. But he undressed and started chasing the kids while he was naked. And then the kids ducked and dodged and ran into some of the classrooms and, got safe haven that way.
A construction worker passing by recorded this video. Eventually, the man puts his clothes back on, and you can see him being confronted by what appears to be school officials.
The guy could have hurt one of the children, whoever this man was, rolling around naked on the floor. And plus, all the kids seen his private parts. Very embarrassing, very upset.
School police say the man in the video worked for the STAR program, an after-school enrichment program. Mental health counselors are now available for the kids, but the damage may be very difficult to undo.
We want answers. They're not giving us answers. So we lose the trust in the school. We lose the trust in the school district. What are we supposed to do?
Witnesses told police the suspect was jumping out from in between cars, jumping on top of cars that were passing by, totally naked, head to toe, and when officers finally arrived, he acted aggressively towards them and resisted arrest.
Taking a shortcut, so surprises around every corner.
The eyewitness calls it freedom.
When anybody sees like a full-grown naked man, leaping from vehicle to vehicle, at first it's jarring, but then you stop and think, oh, I wish I kind of had that freedom.
But it landed the man in jail.
It could be mental health. It could have been, maybe he hit rock bottom.
Police arrested Kamaruddin Lawal just after dinner time Wednesday night. 911 caller said there's a naked man in the middle of the road and he's acting irrationally. People driving by in the area of the Bakery Living apartment said Lawal leaped on top of two cars driving past. Responding officers allegedly tried to get him to calm down, but said he walked towards them in an aggressive manner and ignored all verbal commands. That's when police say they tased him in the rear end and brought him down to the hard, cold sidewalk.
For, the young people, that would be a traumatizing event. And then also having to explain to their kids what, they just saw.
Police said the entire ordeal drew a big crowd and they had to snap shackles on his ankles. Officers said they believe he was under the influence of some type of controlled substance.
Major security breach at an airport overnight. A man in Nebraska evading police, making it onto the tarmac, driving a truck right into a plane while passengers were boarding. ABC's David Curley is at Reagan National Airport with the latest on all of that. Good morning, David.
Amy, this is a scary one. A man screaming, jumping into that truck, slamming into a jetliner with police chasing the entire way. It's an airline pickup truck that was slammed into a jetliner in the process of loading, the end of a bizarre security breach in Omaha.
We just got a report of a person possibly jumping the fence over at the airfield. Do you guys have any word on that yet?
It was 9:30 in front of the Nebraska airport when the man was screaming that people were trying to kill him. Police approached.
They tried to calm him down. He bolted for the parking garage.
A foot chase with the suspect jumping a fence onto the airport runway.
I don't have any word on that, but I do see policemen running on foot.
The suspect, having stripped off all his clothes except his underwear, jumps into an unlocked and running airline pickup truck, and it's now a vehicle chase.
Apparently, somebody jumped in a truck on the runway out there.
When police cruisers cut off the truck, the suspect doubles back, and that's when he slams into the nose gear of a Southwest jet in the process of boarding.
They're all just east of the tower now. Right next to Southwest. He ran into a Southwest Boeing 737 just in front of the tower.
2 crew members on the jet suffered some minor injuries in the collision, and minor injuries for the suspect, who was restrained and still screaming as he was taken into custody. And minor injuries for the suspect, who was restrained and still screaming as he was taken into custody. Quite an evening on the tarmac. One airline employee summing it up on the radio in just one word.
Wow.
Wow, indeed. Police believe the suspect may have taken drugs leading to his behavior.
We're at Wayne and Warren Road in Westland. 5-car pileup. Vehicles just being towed away. I'm being told no serious injuries. One person was transported. She came from the little car off in the distance there. It's really quite smashed up. This all started when this pickup truck on the left, right there, came barreling down Wayne Road and started plowing into vehicles. After the crash, he got out of his vehicle and got naked. That's right. Stripped all his clothes off and started dancing around the crash scene.
He stand up and start getting naked. I said, I said, wow, man.
Was he stark naked?
Stark naked.
Threw all his clothes off, saying, I'm fine to the police. And then he tried eventually running away, but the cops eventually got him, immediately in handcuffs, and then he got taken away.
So that driver's in police custody. Officers trying to figure out just what has gone into him. Again, no serious injuries. Amazing when you look at this little car. I'm not even too sure what that is. I'm being told an elderly lady driver managed to get out the passenger side. It was a wild night here in Westland. With the night cam, Tim Pamplin, Local 4.